Hey y'all, it is Giacomo, and you know I had to do a video on this one. I'm actually kind of ashamed of myself for being one of the last YouTubers with, praise Yahweh, any prominence on YouTube to get on this subject, especially as a black YouTuber. Now, I will apologize in advance for the mess behind me. I'm still working on this voiceover booth, as you see, but I'm kind of glad I shot from this angle. I'll tell you why. This caricature here is my dearly, and I mean dearly departed Uncle Daniel Whitner. If you want to get a chance to see his work, check out the movie The Family Man with Nicolas Cage. He played Frank the Doorman in a very pivotal role in the film. Wasn't a huge role, but I don't want to spoil the film for you. It's a ripoff of It's a Wonderful Life, and he's the first person that Nicolas Cage sees when the transformation happens. And you'll see it there. My uncle was stage trained and one of the first actors to have done Fences off Broadway before it became a really, really big hit and, became an Oscar winner for Homegirl. But given his picture behind me, my Uncle Danny was classically trained and went to NYU with a lot of really big names at the time as well. He was my inspiration for getting into the entertainment business, and he never got a chance to see some of the things that I've written and developed over the years, like my reality show, Week with My Father. But he was always very, let's say, focused on our image. He was very much pro-black, and well, I'm not really myself, but I'm pro-positive imagery myself, not just from his teaching, but from my Christian upbringing and now my Hebrew upbringing as well. Image is a very important thing for us, especially when it comes to black people, because the more we show them, the others, people don't really like us very much, things that are not good, things that are ridiculous, the more ammunition they will have against us to call us names and maybe to deny us things as well that we need and want. Now, I find it kind of baffling, or rabbi trail here, that so many people would call Donald Trump a racist without any hard evidence, and, voted for a man who actually said, "You ain't black." Let's talk about "You ain't black." Not much of a rabbi trail here, but this video here I'm about to show you, you've already seen it. That's why I kind of tagged it here. But I had to go and find the original video because it's actually been commented on by several prominent names on YouTube. These women decided they're going to shake that ass at a man's restaurant in Dallas. I used to live in Arlington, not too far from Dallas, and not even half an hour. I never got a chance to see this man's restaurant. I would have loved it probably. But even at first glance, when you look around, do you see stripper poles and funny colors and, fake velvet chairs and, anything looking like the hood up in there? No. So these girls, for whatever reason, and you're only seeing the aftermath of the video, him screaming at these girls here, there is nothing in that club that pertains to the ghetto lifestyle. But they decided they're going to shake that ass and twerk and get all loud in a nice sit-down restaurant. Watch the video.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
Now, of course, we are seeing is the aftermath when he finally got on them. I mean, he's probably like myself. He has a bunch of different levels. Even though I'm a Marine and another rabbi trail, but not by much, I used to be a nightclub bouncer. And there's some people you don't want in your clubs. You can tell from the way they walk up in the place that this person's going to be trouble. Just tell them, hey, bro, you get in tonight. Sorry. The manager said no. I'll bring him over here if you want to. The manager said no. Not to mention, we had a dress code. So if you come looking like you're off some street corner, your pants hanging off your ass, and your tattoos all showing, we're like, no, dress code violation, my brother. Have a good night. See you. And so with that, these young ladies aren't dressed like harlots or hoochie mamas or anything, but they decided to act like it. And there are other videos, you had to watch the other ones where the girls were actually completely acting out in my man's nice restaurant. And again, this was the aftermath you saw there of him finally losing his Mickey Ficky mind and saying, y'all need to get out. And the video I had to steal it from on Twitter, hat tip to DJ Green Villain, he tagged it as restaurant suicide. No, my brother, I don't agree. Because those are the kind of people who will bring the reputation of your restaurant down, have a bunch of hood Mickey Fickies up in there, and finally somebody will get shot in the place. Where, as the man who owns the place had said, I wanted a nice place for black people to come and sit down, have a quiet, wonderful, well-prepared meal without all the drama of the hood. Okay? So, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am 100% behind my man. Now, if I still lived in Dallas, and if I ate meat, I don't think he has anything vegan on the menu at all, I would be more than happy to come down and shake that man's hand and be like, bro, thank you. The other thing I want to talk about is go back to the image thing. Where the fraggedy dackety, I know I'm kind of watching my language here, so I may say some funny euphemisms. Can someone show me in traditional African culture, not what's happening right now, it's kind of irrelevant, in any traditional African culture that we may have left when we left the motherland underneath those ships and all, of twerking? Seriously. Somebody show me shaking that ass like that and rubbing your ass on stuff like that. Please. I want to see it. I want to see the kings and queens of Egypt shaking that ass like that. I want to see the Ashanti culture or, Shaka Zulu shaking that ass. Show me. I don't know where this nonsense developed, how it became this subline of black culture, but it needs to die. To be honest with you, that's the stuff that I saw. I used to work at a strip club as a bouncer as well. It doesn't need to be a part of our culture. It isn't, and it's disgusting. Call me whatever freaking name you want to. It's nasty, it's ratchet, it's ghetto, and it needs to stop. If nothing else, okay, you want to do it? Go do it over there. Don't go around every black establishment, every black person thinking it's a good thing to do or it's right. I'm going to tell you what. I used to work at a club called Elixir. My last bouncer gig, I actually hurt a guy really badly, tore his arm out of the shoulder because I do have some grappling skills. And when you keep showing, what did I say earlier about showing that part of our culture to people? One of the white waitresses, they're playing some hip hop music. I'm standing there like, I hate this music. Please, somebody get into a fight so I can have some fun tonight. But one of the girl waitresses who kind of liked Giacomo a little bit came up and started twerking on me. Now, mind you, I was 43 years old at the time. I was kind of beyond all that. And she was hot. She had a great body on her. But it's like, that was the only way she knew how, from watching black women do it. That was the only way she knew how to communicate with me, as she wanted to give me that ass. Now, I'm a man of Yahweh. I don't do that anymore. So, sorry, hon. You picked the wrong one. You picked a thinking man. Anyway, this is, finally, people like me that have been places, that have said no to the base aspects of black culture, finally standing up and say, y'all knock that ghetto nonsense off. You don't need to do it everywhere. Segregate it over to, Five of Diamonds, whatever else over there, or in your backyard barbecues. Don't bring it in my nice restaurant. What do y'all think? Hey, I'm always glad to hear your opinions, even the negative ones. I drink your tears like I'm drinking this fine cup of very dark black coffee. Dark coffee. I think you'll like it. Please hire Giacomo for voiceover work. Hey, rant over. Guys, thank you so much for coming by. Shalom. Love you. Talk to you soon.